First thing I do in the morning, wake up, brush my teeth, ice my face, run a bath with some Epsom salt. Then I lay out my clothes that I need for work. The next part of my morning routine is mindfulness, journaling, doing some yoga just to prepare for the day ahead of me. I then get my hair ready before leaving to go do a workout at Gersh Park. I prefer to wake up extremely early when no one's at the park so that I could get some work in on my own. As you can see in the video, I'm doing some farm shots with my left hand. I did injure my right shoulder, but I didn't want to not work out at all, so I still wanted to go to the park and get a workout in, so I decided why not do an all left hand workout. After getting some farm shots up, I decided to do an all left hand ball handling, so doing some ball handling up and down the court just to focus on in-game situation. I then decided to do some stationary ball handling for about 5 minutes before finishing with ball handling on the go. It's important to practice different variations of ball handling as you might run into different situations in the game and you might have to freestyle and pull out a move. So I decided to challenge myself and do some left hand freestyle combo moves before getting into some static stretching. I don't usually start my workouts with a dynamic stretch. I like to get the heart pumping, get my blood flowing before I stretch. That way I can avoid injury at all costs. I then got into some defensive slides. A weakness of my game, I would say, is defense. So I definitely want to make sure I'm working on my defensive stance and staying low and using the summer to work on my weaknesses. After I did my defensive slides 3 times for 25 touches on the free throw line, I got into some layups, finishing high off the glass, finishing off 1 foot, off 2 feet. I made about 30 layups. Another huge component of all my workouts, I like to roll my foot on the tennis ball. That just helps to release any pain I might have in my foot. And I also tend to have really heavy feet, so this helps me feel lighter on my toes when working out. And after all my workouts, I like to stretch. That way I'm not just leaving immediately and increasing risk of injury. That workout typically takes about an hour, so around this time is 6:30 a.m. I headed to Planet Fitness to do a core and stability workout. I do have a training regimen that I follow, so Mondays I'll focus on upper body. Tuesdays and Thursdays I'll focus on core and stability. Wednesdays will be lower body, and Fridays will be full body. I like to focus on lower weight and more reps. This way I can tone my body out and build muscular endurance. I then got into some exercises for my shoulder. That way I can improve my range of motion. I do start off with really light weight, not trying to push myself too hard, doing about 3 sets of 10 each arm and then finishing with some cardio on the bike for 10 minutes. I then got me some breakfast and began to lay out my clothes for work. And I left to work at around 8:45. It takes me about 15 to 20 minutes to get there. First, I take the bus to the train, and then I end up having to walk about 2 to 3 blocks, depending on which stop I will get off. So I work at an outdoor summer camp, Play Street, at a local park in Brownsville, partnered with Empowering Youth Towards Excellence. After leaving work, I attend my internship, Rebound Elevate. This is a job readiness program that helps me with my career in sports and helps me tap into different career fields. After that, I will then get home and do some journaling, and then I'll get some ice for my shoulder. After that, I'll get on my laptop and check in about my school. I will be attending Purchase this fall. After taking some time to myself for an hour and a half, I get into some band stretching, doing some stretching for my hips to improve my athleticism and explosiveness. And this is a really good book to read. I recommend everybody getting it, especially if you're an athlete. It helps to recover in different ways if you're active. And here I'm on my roof doing some cardio. I felt like I didn't get as much cardio in today, so I wanted to do that before finishing up my day. Usually I cook, but I felt extremely tired after the day I had, so I decided to go to Chipotle and get me a honey chicken bowl with some apple juice to top it off. I then get into some film, watch a film for about 30 minutes, so I started watching a player called Crystal Dangerfield. Very small guard, very quick. I feel like there's a lot that I could learn from her game. I always try to get some film study in to become a student of the game and separate myself by having high IQ on the court. And the final part of my day, brushing my teeth, washing my face, moisturizing my hair, getting some mobility in before I go to sleep, and doing some shoulder mobility, doing this about 2 to 3 times a day to improve my flexibility. I like to pray before going to bed and giving thanks and gratitude for all that I have. After all my videos, I would like to end with the quote of the day. The quote of the day is, sometimes the bravest and most important thing you can do is just show up. Take care, everyone.